Hello. Hold on, my mic ain't right. That ain't it.
I can hear
All
you.
right, here we go. It was connected to my AirPods. How you
Oh,
doing?
good. How are you?
I am marvelous. I can't complain. I'm alive.
Same. Same now. Same.
uh, for those, you touched it. Oh, it's okay. It's all right. All right. For those who have joined us, say hello in the commentos. Let us know that you are here and
Let
stuff
us
and
know
stuff.
because I missed
Um,
y'all. I missed
I
y'all last
know.
week.
I feel like I've been gone for 32 years.
Y'all, please say hello. Let us know that y'all are here. Please like, share, subscribe. Tell everybody we said hey. Tell your daddy we said hey.
Your auntie, your cousin, and them. Even the ones ain't really your cousins. All right, tell them.
Like some
We
people
got
really
some of
your cousin.
those and all our family. Okay.
Right. Some people I was like, wait, they ain't really my cousin? Nope, that ain't your
Mm-mm.
cousin. Oh,
Nope,
okay.
it's not your cousin. All righty. Hey, TT. TT, do you love
Hey
me? Are
girl.
you riding? Yeah, we was both out for the count last week. Terrible.
Y'all.
Terrible. Okay.
I sent
Rough
her a
ride.
message. I was like, you might want to get a guest to come on. She was like, I'm dying to. I was like,
Pretty much. Pretty much is how it went. I was
Excuse
like,
me.
yeah, I'm going to go get tested today. I said, let me go and get tested. It was positive.
Nice.
I already knew what it was. I could have diagnosed myself. They just need to give me a little pad, right? My own medicine.
Right. That's it. That's it.
Okay. All righty. Somebody else just said something. Demisha said, I'm up here too. Hey,
Oh.
Demisha! Hey. How's it going? My favorite Zumba instructor. Okay.
Right. How's everybody doing?
Right. Everybody
I miss you,
good.
Demisha. I ain't
I
seen
know
you in
I miss you too. We
forever.
need to get together, have a drink or some food or something.
I'm gonna have a drink.
Need to do something, okay? All
I
right,
am going to have a drink. Okay, go ahead.
we're gonna get things started. I'm gonna go ahead and play the intro while I nibble on my cucumbers. I'm starving, y'all. I'm on a diet. It's working too. I'm down 13 pounds. Amen. Hallelujah. All right, but we're gonna play the intro, y'all. While we playing it, please share and be ready for these good conversations. All right.
Welcome to Occasionally Posh, where we enjoy life, laughs, and shenanigans. I am your girl, Miss Chassie B.
And I'm a ray of sunshine.
Thank
Welcome.
you.
Boing, boing, boing. I'm gonna get my little board fit so we can have sound effects. I'm gonna
Yes.
get it fixed. Yeah. Boing, boing. That's all right. We're gonna be blessed with a studio by the end of this year. Okay. We're speaking
Yes.
it into existence. All
Yes.
right. We're speaking into
Yes.
existence. But thank y'all for joining. If you haven't done so far, please comment, say hello, let us know you're here. And if you don't mind, please share this podcast with your family, friends, side pieces, or whoever. Share it with, with everyone in your life so they can join in on the shenanigans, okay? They can join in on shenanigans. Oh, Lord. He said, man, who deep voice cousin is that talking? What?
Deep voice. What you talking about?
I hope he ain't talking about you. That's funny. All right. We always start with a foreplay just to get things started. We're going to play Chassis Bees first. Here we go.
Hi, I just want to say that I thank God my pussy not this good. Woo, thank you. Oh, I want a pussy like that. I don't want that. I got some, man, fuck you, bitch, pussy, but this, pass me not, oh gentle savior.
It was a hymnal for me. Okay.
Listen, I am glad.
Mm-hmm.
Baby, I'm happy with me, as she said, because ain't nobody got time for all that. Ain't nobody got time for all that. Doggone it. I'm fine with a fuck you, bitch. I'm fine.
I definitely do not want those problems. You start hitting my pockets, it's a whole new ball game. Okay, you know how much expensive that's gonna be to replace. They hit every window. They could at least just hit just one.
Right.
Every window.
Every window. Woo.
Ain't nobody got time. No, I don't want them problems either. He was saying, talking about you sound like you smoked cigarettes for 35 years straight. Wow.
My sexy voice wasn't sexy. I gotta fix it.
Next is gonna be no, let me stop.
Stop.
Lord Jesus. He said that ain't good, P. That's I bought that car and you ain't about to have no other nigga in it. All right. He said that's a car. I changed the oil, tires, and I got it cleaned. Oh my God. But if a female do that, we crazy. Okay. Females out there done bought a car. And y'all done had some ladies in it. It ain't just the men's.
I done brought a car. I've been one of those people. Never again.
My husband, not for nobody I would date.
Listen,
struggle is real. We be trying to see the best in y'all. Y'all just don't be ignorant. No, let me stop.
This is 100% true. This is 100% true.
Yeah, he said, Chael said Chassie is recently recovered. Leave her alone now.
Thank you.
That's right.
Thank you, T.
We both was on the sick and shut in list last week, okay? Give us a break. Y'all know y'all don't take care of your cars. I'm trying to do better in my old age, okay? I used to keep it clean. I don't know what happened. The kids. We blame everything on the kids, don't we?
I ain't lying. I don't take care of mine the way I need to.
He said that's your everyday voice. I did. He talking about recover but not deliver. I did. Early. She ain't been delivered. That ain't what old dude said. He said I've been delivered. I like women's now. He on the whole reality TV show now.
Women's.
Okay. Is he? Yeah, he on that one of them ratchet shows about the men. I don't watch it, so I have no idea. But I be seeing the previews. It ain't no need for us to tear up y'all cars. Y'all don't take care of them anyway. Y'all gonna trade it in. I mean, my car clean right now. I will trade. I'm the girl who traded it in because I needed new tires and it was inspection time. Okay.
I crunked that car up the other day and it said, I crunked it up. It said, I said, oh, let me go ahead and see what I can find because I ain't got time.
They don't have no dealership no more. They just tow them in. You remember back in the day they had a commercial. You could tow it in, bring it in, push it in, pull it in. You don't see no commercials no more, so we got to get it in before it break down.
I was like, oh no, baby, you not about to trick me. Have me on the side of the road. No.
Okay. All right, my foreplay is simple. I seen this post and I wanted to get y'all hot dog choices. If you invited to the cookout, which dog you bringing?
Jesse Jones or any hot dog that's red. I don't trust any hot dogs that's not red.
That's the ones that's real. We like the fake ones. We grew up on the government dogs. That's why. But I like the red Winnie's too. Okay. And I love Curtis. Winnie's and Curtis bologna. I can't barely find her now. I think Curtis done went out of business or something.
The girl, Jesse Johnston, went out of business because I brought some hot dogs the other day and I couldn't find, well, I don't know if they went out of business, but I couldn't find any Jesse Jones hot dogs at all. But I like Curtis too. Me and Curtis, we cool.
I love some Curtis now. But I eat any of them, honestly, as long as it's burnt enough. If it's on being on the grill just right, I don't care what it is, honestly.
If it ain't red, I'd be like, y'all don't like me, do y'all?
I'm dead. Dude, what about y'all in the comments? What dog y'all bring into it? I don't think I ever had Hebrew National.
I don't think I ever had Hebrew National either. I had to look at it.
Right.
And I had Nathan's. Nathan's is okay if I
You
ain't
know,
buying.
people from up north they love some Nathans.
Yeah. Nathan's is fine if I ain't buying.
Right.
But if I'm buying, it's got to be red.
I mean, I buy some Oscar Mayer every now and then.
Mm-mm.
I can't find a good red because I don't like bright leaf.
Do I like bright leaf?
That's what we grew up on too. You get that on the week.
Get your bright leaf.
That's bad when the food stamps was paper and they was in there like this.
And I wish I had some food stamps right now. Doggone it. I want food stamps. Joseph Robinette Biden, give us food stamps. We'll vote you back in.
Right now, he's just trying to make it to the next day. That's all he can focus on. He ain't giving us that. I ain't seen a student loan forgave yet. Made me sick.
A student loan ain't been forgave, and then he gonna run again. Boy, sit down somewhere.
Sit down. Go retire. Go. They got a PACE program where you at. You need rolling PACE.
Damn bad.
You know he look like he need to go to the day center 3 days a week. Come on now. Go sit down.
And he'd be my favorite patient.
Right. Tia said my car is way too cute. Nobody better not touch it or I'll file a false report to HR at your job. Good grief. You going for the juggler, okay? That's what I'm talking about.
She said you better lose your job.
Forget that car. I'm hitting it where it hurt. Get that paycheck. Okay. When I was eating hot dogs, I liked Nathan's. All right. She liked it, the Nathan's. Tiara, if you tell a man that, he will make sure he touch it. Really? I wouldn't. Sugar in the tank is the real demon. I've never understood why people do that. I mean, I do, but I don't. I mean,
right.
You know how invested you gotta be. You know, a woman ain't got no funnel. That means she got to go to the store, buy the sugar and the funnel.
And
okay,
a funnel that
she ain't never gonna use again. Ain't nobody got time.
Because she don't know how to put oil in the car.
I ain't got that much energy for nobody. Okay. He said, man, Facebook just said a man that eat hot dogs is sassy. Why?
Men can't do anything. I just want to say, I am sick and tired of y'all on the internet not allowing men to be able to do things and enjoy life without them being considered sassy.
Right.
Like that is weird. I saw where a post said that dudes that celebrate their birthday is sassy.
Why?
Women are crazy. Some.
Let's be clear.
He just said it. Some women are crazy. I was like, what? You can't celebrate your birthday. They can't have guy friends. Like, they can't go to the movies with their guy friends. What's the issue? If you want to go see Marvel's, some females don't like Marvel. I like Marvel movies, so I don't mind going to see a Marvel movie. Right. But a lot of females don't like to go see Marvel movies. Mm. So if he want to go with his friend, what's the issue? Girls go with girls and do stuff all the time.
I guess they was hurt by somebody, so now every man gonna be at fault. You know, we good for that. Us women is good for blaming every man after somebody.
Child, your man is sassy. Your man is sassy. And it has nothing to do with the fact that he ate a hot dog or celebrated his birthday. That nigga is sassy.
And you knew it when you was dating him. You just ignored it. Let's be real. It wasn't that hot dog.
It's what you could have did with the hot dog.
Wow. Tara said, I'm bringing veggie hot dogs to the cookout and some vegetable kebabs or shrimp. Someone will put it on the grill for me. I know. Yeah, I eat a vegetable kebab and some shrimp.
Don't bring no shrimp to my house, Tara. If you bring shrimp at my house, I'm going to call the police on you for attempted murder.
You for assault.
But I'll do a veggie hot dog. I like veggie hot dogs. I don't love it, but I like it.
I do no meat kebabs. At all to do.
Yeah.
I rather just not do it all. She said he's weekend at Bernie's. In fact, I don't know. The dead Bernie a little more exciting. No, let me stop. Men can't celebrate their birthday. I ain't never heard that either. Some girl on Facebook said to put glitter in the vents of the cars. LOL, no real damage, but super annoying and lasts a long time. Hey, that's actually kind of smart. I mean, if you that type,
that would be fun.
Glitter lasts forever too. Oh my god, you find glitter 22 years later,
right? From a stripper back in 2020.
No, bro, he said, I'll be sassy. I don't mind being judged. Hey, we all judged anyway. They be
Right.
dating gay men and trying to make us all out to be sassy afterwards. Yep. I would never do that chassis veggie goodbyes. Look at that. He said, I'll take them veggie dogs, Tierra. Go ahead. Let him have them. I don't want no parts. No parts of the veggie.
I done had it. I mean, they good if you absolutely don't like them.
I mean veggie dogs. I say veggie dogs. And I help carry the shrimp to chassis. Bye, Deezy. You trying to kill off. Now. See the podcast be done indefinitely messing with you.
I'm filing a report on his ass tomorrow. If he ain't by the end of this week, y'all know why.
Well, since we was talking about people being, being crazy a little bit, we're gonna go ahead and discuss this post that you sent me about the crazy things people do for men. So this post says, what's the craziest thing you did after a breakup? And this girl said, I admitted myself at the hospital, begged the nurse to call him and ask him to please come by. Well, I made it sound like a death wish kind of request. As soon as I heard that he was coming, I had to open my eyes slightly just to get a glimpse of his reaction. And soon as he ... This is when it come back in her face. Walked in, man came in with the girl he told me he was seeing and leaving me for. He had flowers and she carried a fruit basket. How's my cousin? Is she gonna be all right? He asked the nurse that was attending me at the time. I think I died twice and came back.
That's what she get. That's what you get.
Oh my God. I've never in my life thought to myself, he done broke my heart and I need him back after he left me for another woman. Let me go admit myself in the hospital.
And then he broke the other woman and went to my house, my cousin. Girl, I would have got up off that doggone bed. You know what? Forget this.
Might as well at this point. I'm just saying.
Because what it looked like me popping up 2 weeks later on Facebook or Instagram alive all of a sudden when I was just on my deathbed 2 weeks ago or 2 days ago. Girl.
I am done. Have you ever lied to a dude that tried to leave you? Or broke up with you?
Tried to leave me? Tried to break me? I don't think so. Because a lot of the times, I think it was only one person that stopped talking to me, like we stopped talking, and it was like 100% on his terms. Other than that, half the time I'm already 1 foot out the damn door.
I was about to say, in my grown age, can't even remember hardly. Maybe one breakup that wasn't me, maybe. So, like you said, I think I kind of already knew anyway. I don't think I have.
Yeah, my foot was already out there. I was waiting for you to.
Now I did date one person, and we started having some crazy tendencies. It was one of them things where we knew we was over each other, but we still was kind of had that soul tied to each other. One of them situations. So we both like, yeah, we gonna move on. But then we both started doing crazy stuff like popping up at jobs and coming over unannounced. And I might have got to fighting with a girl that he had over there. Place. I did do that, but I wasn't no like lying situation. Like I'm gonna tell him that I got her Pacific Cloud so he come back. I ain't do nothing like that. But I can see where breakups can make you act a little crazy, especially if you like still like because you can actually be done with somebody but still be tied to them so like sexually or emotionally or you was comfortable with them, you know what I'm saying? You went from talking to this person every day, being the only person you confine in, you know what I'm saying? That stuff can make you look crazy. Even though you in your mind, you already know, all right, it's for a reason. That don't make it no easier.
This is why I reach out to my friends before I reach out to that man. Be like, look, bitch, this one is getting a little rough. Like, okay. And then we will joke about it. And then they be like, all right, Chess, don't call that man. Leave that man alone.
Leave that man alone. Okay.
I'll be like, that's a good man, Savannah, though. He's a good man. Like, I mean, let me make up my lie. And they be like, no, let's not do this.
Chassie B will see the best in some folk in a heartbeat. Okay. She one of those who see a chef out of somebody who just a fry cook. Well, he know how to cook his fries. He don't know how to turn the stove on, but he gonna be a chef. I'm like, is he?
He is, though. He is. That is a good saying. Have you tasted his fries? The way that they are really crispy. Like nobody's fries are even like that. Like that's a good man.
I'm like, the only reason why he even know they done because the buzzer go off, Chad. He don't even know when they done. She will be seeing the best in people. It's a gift and a curse.
That whole little thing. That was a Christian way of saying. That was a Christian way of saying, "Bitch, you stupid."
Was not. Okay.
Who felt that? Who felt that? Your little thing sound like, "Bitch, you stupid." Comment and tell me. Is that what y'all
I don't know
felt?
what she's talking about. I don't know what she's talking about. He said podcasts will get 1 million in beneficiary afterwards. I would did the same, Buddy did. Really? I had someone act up and call the ambulance after a breakup. So dramatic. How did he?
I remember she said that. We got to have you on because we need that. We need that story.
We need the rest of the story, okay? Well, he just started having a panic attack. I don't know what. He have a condition or something, at least to rely on, or it just nothing. I need to know.
Sometimes this dude, he told me, I kept calling him. And whenever he finally answered the phone, I was like, why the fuck you ain't answer the phone? He was like, my mama died. And I was saying, that bitch ain't died. But she really did die. And then I felt bad.
Well.
But we had broke up. So I ain't really believe that she was dead. But then I looked in the paper and she really was. I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Love you, Stink.
I'm doing. All right, let's talk about Danae. Is it Danae? Danae Jackson. Danae.
I can't remember.
D Jackson. All right, let's talk about it. So, unless you live under a rock, you know Danae Jackson popped up a while back because her hubby or her ex-husband now was the guy who was supposed to be the relationship guru, and he did books and everything, right, about relationships, blogs. I don't know, whatever he did. All of his content was about, how to treat a woman and things of that nature. And a lot of people actually thought he was like, anti-men a little bit because of some of the advice and stuff he gave. And then turns out he was cheating on his wife the whole time, even though he was giving this good relationship advice that people said they was listening to. So fast forward a little bit. Now they have broken up. Rewind again. At the time when it came out, the scandal came out, she was taken up for him. And we actually talked about it on the podcast. She had her helmet of salvation on or whatever. She was taken up for him, saying she was going to stay with a man and every marriage has blah, blah, blah. And then fast forward a little bit, turned out that he was still cheating on her. We seen photos of him at some out of town or out of state or out of country, something with another woman, and they separated and got a divorce. So now, sometime later, she has done an interview on a podcast called Dear Future Wifey podcast. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And shout out to them because the interview was amazing. I thought it was really led really well. But she did an interview with him, and it was kind of a tell-all of her what she went through during the marriage and the things how he cheated on her and the whole time and how they got together. And she even gave a little bit of a backstory about, she was actually raped when she was, I think it was either late high school or early college. I don't remember for sure. College. I think it was late high school. Was it college? Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, early college, she was even raped and things of that nature, and she never reported it and blah, blah, blah. So she talked a lot about her past and things of that nature and kind of how it related to to her marriage. So did you get a chance to watch it?
Girl.
I actually only watched part 1. I'm just going to be totally honest with y'all. I didn't get to part 2.
I watched the whole thing, and it was almost 3 hours. And I made sure that I listened to like that driving down the road. Let me listen to this. I listened to that whole thing.
Mm-hmm. So what was the craziest part that you thought of before we get into what we thought about it? What was the craziest part of the interview, or what surprised you the most?
Her watching sex tapes of him and other women and wanting to emulate how they were satisfying her husband.
Yeah, I thought I would never in my life ever. Never. Would it have been different if it was like I mean, not for me, it wouldn't, but I'm just wondering, would have been different if they were watching a sex tape or maybe an old relationship, or does it matter? Is it just crazy in general?
So, okay, I do want to say that although I listened to the whole thing, I honestly can't remember if she just looked at the videos or if he showed her the videos. I honestly do not remember if that part was said. Me going back and watching an old video of you and somebody having sex, that probably wouldn't bother me. Me going through your phone,
yeah,
and finding that you are recording,
right,
your other partners and you're keeping it on your phone, and then me sitting here trying to imitate it to make you happy with me, like that's weird.
crazy. And she really goes into it. Wasn't just that, like she was actually finding the women on social media and like scoping out their profiles and maybe even trying to like see if she needed to dress like them or act like them or look like them or things of that nature. Like she really delves deep down into how she completely just lost herself trying to be this person that her husband wanted. And I think she ain't the only person guilty of that. A lot of women have done that. And it ain't even gotta be somebody you sleeping with. It could be just people in general that we try to emulate or things of that nature. Why do you think that's the case?
I don't know, because whenever I was listening to her interview, I was like, I know so many people that have been in this situation, whether it's men or women that have been in the same situations that she has been in. I actually liked her a little bit more after watching the interview.
Same.
But I also think that she was crazy. But but I don't know because I feel like as people, we just I don't know. People want to be like, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's a mixture of a little bit of everything. It's insecurities within ourselves. Because all women, I don't care who you are insecure about something.
Right.
You know, even if you're the most confident, beautiful thing in the world, we all got something about us or ourselves that we don't like. So I think some of it is insecurity, and I think I know we say it a lot, but it's just this age of social media and the way people are portray themselves on, Instagram and Facebook and things of that nature. And even though we sit here and say, we know some of that can't be real or that person don't look like that all the time or blase, they don't make it any easier. Like,
right. This is what you see.
Right. This is what you see. You see beautiful women. You see, women that snatched all the time or made up all the time and things of that nature. And then you see that this is what men comment on and say is beautiful and things of that nature. And I'm sure it's the same for men as well. They probably see women commenting on the chocolate dude with the muscles all the time and not the guy, the fluffy guy. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I just think it brainwashes us to an extent. Even though we recognize it still happens because we look at it every day.
Right. And even though we be like, that don't bother me, but then be like, what this girl got that I ain't got? Be like, okay, well, her ass is a little bit fatter. Her stomach is a little bit flatter. Her boobs are a little bit bigger. Her hair is a little bit longer. Even if it is a BBL, which guys say they don't like, they still like it. It may not be wifey material, but they still like it. So it's gonna always mess with your head regardless.
Right. And let's be real, a lot of people, I was going to say men, but I'm going to try to be clear. A lot of people, well, I'm going to say men. A lot of men, when they leave their wife for another woman, well, I can't say a lot. I'm trying to be politically correct. A lot of times when we hear about men leaving their women, it's usually for the beautiful thing that when you look them up on, oh, he with Jessica? Let me go look up her Instagram. Oh, man, she's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? That's usually what it is.
Right.
So then you like, so is it because I'm not beautiful enough? And a lot of times it ain't that, but you just go off of what you see. That's what we do as people. Point blank period. Well, what actually made me, I had a couple people that actually had already sent me the interview, and I kept saying, I'm gonna watch it. But then when I seen this, I was like, oh, I got to watch it. And I wanted to get y'all take on it.
Like with just trying to do all the things that I was doing. And I said how it affected me in that little segment of his post was referencing that, even down to our daughter. Like I had some issues, like just like with the complexion of our daughter, because that was the type of woman that he would go after. And I'm not dark, like super dark skinned woman. And our daughter's like a little chocolate little princess. She has it, and I'm just like, how does she look like the women that he wants?
Wow, that's deep.
How does she look like the woman that he wants and he desires and he loves? Like, you know, like, I don't understand. It's like they had her even though I carried her.
Woo!
So what was you before you seen the interview and you seen that? What was your initial thought?
My initial thought was, I honestly, whenever I first saw that clip, I was worried that she was going to be a mom towards her daughter that made her complexion an issue because she had her own issue.
Mm.
And too often we've seen that, like, especially like back in the day. Like right now, people are more prone to telling Black women, dark-skinned women, how beautiful they are. But at one point in time, dark-skinned women wasn't viewed as the beautiful type, as the desirable type. And I was instantly worried about that little girl.
Got you. I initially was thinking like, girl, please seek therapy immediately. If you, that's what I initially thought. Like, what? That's something I would never say out loud. Is what I was thinking. Yeah, I seen it after them, but I'm talking about like
one time.
Right. I said, yeah, she did get the therapy that she needed in blase. But when I first initially seen it, I was like, I would have never said that out loud. But if we being real, it happens a lot, like a whole lot. People might not want to admit it because you heard me just say I would have never said it out loud. But there's so many. I've heard so many stories where a child was treated differently or things of that. Well, I ain't saying she treated her child differently. Let me be clear. But because the child came out of a relationship that ended up bad, or the dad didn't end up being sorry, or things of that nature, then that child kind of stuck out. I guess if that makes sense. So it does happen. Right. You know, it does happen.
One of the things that I realized throughout her interview was a lot of her kids was conceived in traumatic situations. Right. Meaning like she was not happy at all. And I don't think in any of the pregnancy she was happy. Even whenever she had the bonnet on, the bonnet of salvation, she was pregnant then, and we didn't even know it.
Didn't even know it.
So she was never like really in a good place whenever she had her kids. And like she said, she had the baby, but those women had that baby. Like those were the women that she was fighting in her mind or looking on social media at and looking at her husband having sex with these women and all this kind of stuff. Like this is what she's seen. And this is, I feel like this is not scientific proof, but I feel like this is why her daughter came out dark skinned, was because that's what she was battling.
Yep. They say that a lot. They say when right. They say that a lot. Like typically, if you like I used to hear a lot growing up. If you have a baby with a man that you dislike, then they're gonna come out just like the man. And that did happen. I mean, like you said, it ain't scientific, but it did happen a lot. The child looked just like him. Honey, you gonna be reminded of that dude every day, okay?
Every
day. If it don't look like him, they act just alike. Okay,
exactly.
So yeah, I definitely. But you know, a lot of people. Before I had actually watched the interview, I just initially assumed, and I can admit that she was going to be looking really wrong the whole time because of how people was reacting to it. A lot of the comments I was seeing, or the commentary, or the people who were saying stuff on TikTok or whatever, was like, she's just crazy, or you know, the stuff that she was saying was crazy or it didn't make sense. But I applaud her for being so transparent. Honestly,
I wish more people would. And a lot of people that talk junk about her, me being included, has probably been in a situation where they was the main chick and not the only chick. Right. Like everything that she dealt with, so many people have dealt with it. Hers was just out loud. Right. And it was by a man that came out here and lied to us and made it look like that he was like the quote unquote good guy. And the whole time he was the piece of shit that you should have stayed away from, which is probably why it's easy for him to tell you who to stay away from, because he knew that you shouldn't have been around him.
He talking about himself. Right.
Right.
He was talking about himself. I guess if you need advice from somebody, that's who it is. It's hard to get advice from people who ain't never been there. Okay.
Right. He like, I'm trying to keep y'all away from me.
Okay. Fact on facts, facts on facts. So did you when she initially talked about when they started dating and things of that nature and how she was um it almost kind of came off like she thought she had got a catch just because of how he looked is what it came off to me. Did you get that?
Yes and no. So yes, the way that he looked, but I also think that I honestly think that what she felt in the moment was like the love. I feel like he's a person that is very manipulative, and he was able to manipulate her. And like she said, whenever she had, but I think whenever she was in high school, she was chubby, and whenever she was in college and they had just first met, she was still kind of chubby. Right. And to some people, chubbiness is not a desired trait. And it's not, a lot of women feel like they're not seeked out for because they're bigger and blah, 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 and all this kind of stuff. So I felt like he came in at the right time and was able to manipulate the hell out of her.
Yeah, I agree with that. Especially some of the things that she said he would do or say to her. I can't remember exactly off the top of my head, but I remember hearing something to be like, yeah, he knew exactly what he was doing. What he got her is what I got from it. But of course,
the
that's
things
only
that
one
he
side
complimented her on, like some of the things that he complimented her on was like all physical attributes. It wasn't necessarily like I like the time that we spend together. I like that you're funny. I like that you do this. It was like you have beautiful eyes, or I like the way that you wear that toenail polish or something, like very physical, superficial things. It wasn't anything in depth that he really complimented on her on. And she even said that everything that she, after she thinks about it, it was very physical. And I felt like that was just easy for him because you're already feeling not as good of a person. So if I tell you that your eyes are beautiful, then
oh, he see for me. He said my
eyes.
Like, girl, anybody can see that. But that is like, what we be hearing. We be hearing what we want to hear in the beginning.
Right. And then like whenever she was talking about him and like whenever they first met and the things that she liked about him, a lot of the stuff that she liked about him was things that you don't see on the outside. Yeah. Like I never would have thought that he was a funny person. And whenever she said that, I was like, really? Yeah.
Right. I mean, we only see what he wanted us to see too.
Right.
But yeah, I would. Yeah, she definitely did. I mean, she said, of course, he looked good. Yeah, he looked good.
Yes, he do look good.
Yeah, he's not a bad looking guy at all. I mean, I can see why the women is after him. I mean, now
like, I ain't see him when he was in Raleigh.
All right. That's big gonna be one of them women she was emulating, okay? No. But yeah, he's not a bad looking guy at all. I just wonder why people, if that is the lifestyle that you live, why did he go out of his way to become a relationship guru? Like all of the things that he could have done, why was that? But it's so many ways to be rich.
Because think about it. A lot of men, a lot of the what do you call them? Wellness coaches. Is it wellness coach? Whatever the hell they want to be called.
Life coaches, whatever.
Yeah, life coaches. A lot of them are men because they're easy on the eye. And they know they're easy on the eye. So women are gonna listen to them. All they gotta do is smile a little bit. Show their little dimples a little bit. Be like, women, this is what you need.
Straight like that.
That's gonna sit out here in front of his side chick's house and tell y'all that you don't need a man that's like me, but I ain't gonna tell you that I'm this person. This is my house. Y'all didn't know that I'm married and got kids. Y'all didn't know this. To the Salvation of Bonnet came out.
I'm done with you. And the part that was interesting to me is that she said she was looking at these females and things and they Instagram trying to be like them and stuff. But whenever we would see her, at least a little bit of time, I seen her, she never looked like she was trying to look like nobody. But I didn't watch part 2. Did she say anything about that? I don't know.
So no, she didn't necessarily say anything about that, but whenever I listened to the second part, I realized that every time we saw her, she was pregnant and she had went through something traumatic. So, I mean, would you really feel your sexiest?
I mean, would I feel it? No, but would I be out there looking like I mean, I ain't saying not what she was looking at. That's what she want to look. I'm not trying to take away from people being natural looking and not wearing makeup and stuff like that. But me personally,
she wasn't really emulating what she said. Right.
It didn't come out that way.
Right.
People literally will. I mean, this is wrong, but people literally making comments like, if you just fix yourself up, you be all right. You're not a bad looking woman, which is not the right way to comment because people can look the way they want to look. But if we heard her talk through this interview and actually the way she looks now and dresses now, we see her makeup, and I think she even got a few clothing items for sale and stuff like that. I'm like, why are we getting that person now?
Because she's healed. She's 8 months healed, child. 8 months healed. That now she can do a whole camp on how everybody else can heal after going through what she went through. And I'm trying to figure out how in the hell. But whatever. I digress. We will touch that later because I know you got that say.
We gonna touch it. But before we touch it, we know she said she had 3 therapists. And we just trying to talk y'all into just getting one. All right. So take a little moment to to learn more about our sponsor. Are you seeking therapy outside of non-traditional hours in a non-traditional setting? Would you like to experience therapy in the comfort of your own home? Do you feel restricted to the therapist in your area code? If you check any of these boxes, Eclectic Clinical Solutions is here to help by currently offering 100% HIPAA compliant virtual sessions. This means that you are able to show up in a way that's most authentic to you, whether it be in your comfortable clothes, with your fur baby, or with a cup of tea or your favorite blanket. There is no one-size-fits-all approach to therapy, and Eclectic Clinical Solution believes in utilizing an eclectic therapeutic approach grounded in CBT practices so that your therapeutic journey is as unique as you are. Eclectic Clinical Solutions is LGBTQ plus informed, friendly, and ally, and licensed to offer therapy in North and South Carolina. Please visit www.eclecticclinical.com to schedule your first visit. Thank you, Eclectic Clinical Solutions, for sponsoring Occasionally Posh.
Y'all make sure y'all hit up the lady.
Please do. Sorry, y'all. I'm starving. My metabolism is metabolism. Okay. But yeah, if y'all go support our sponsor, we got ADD. Go support our sponsor, Eclectic Clinical Solutions. Her name is Mary P. Jackson. She's amazing. She's been on a podcast several times. She's our third unspoken host at this point. But if y'all need some therapy, you can do it from the comfort of your own home. Go talk to the lady. She would be my therapist if she didn't know me. Okay.
Right.
And we work in the same place too, so that but if it wasn't for that, I'd definitely be laying on my couch talking to her. Okay.
Right.
Go to her for your non-judgmental needs. Okay. Tara said, I haven't watched the interview yet, but it seems she was blatantly honest about her own feelings and experience versus only dragging Derek. That's facts.
And you want to know something, T? She did not drag that man the way that I wanted her to. I wanted her to drag him for every piece of filth that he was, and she didn't.
She didn't. I mean, did she talk bad? Yes, but it was literally from her viewpoint of the emotional turmoil she went through. It wasn't like, blah, blah, blah. And to me, even though people didn't take it that way, I took it as her actually taking accountability for her part, which is what a lot of us women do not do.
Right.
I mean, yes, it's Derek Jackson. It sound like a horrible husband. Absolutely. But guess what? She didn't have to stay with him as long as she did.
Child, she didn't even have to marry him because they was together for 7 years before they even got married. And then
she knew this before they even got married. He was a cheater.
Right. And she basically, in my opinion, forced his hand at marriage. Can you be forced to do anything you don't want to do? Yes and no. And I feel like he married her only because she was like, I'm not doing this any longer. And he was like, well, I guess I'll go ahead and marry her. And then he married her. But I want to say like right before they got married, he was photographed with a whole other woman.
Right.
And I mean, they was broke up before he proposed to her because he was cheating. He was cheating the whole time that they was together before they even got married. They got married. He was cheating on her early in the relationship. I don't even think they made it past the honeymoon. He was already emotionally cheating.
Right.
He went on to cheat some more. He brought a condo so he could work at the condo for him to cheat some more.
Right. Facts. Yeah, she said they go ahead.
No, go ahead. What was you saying?
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, she said he got a condo saying that he had to go, he needed it for work so he could use it for studio purposes and imagery and things of that nature. But then I watched the clip, she also mentioned that while they had an argument one night that he just went up and left her and went to the condo. Like, that should have been clear, like, that's what it's really for. It's his other home. That ain't got nothing to do with work. That's his home.
Got nothing to do with work. What else did he do? I said he was cheating. Kept cheating. She found the videos. Oh, so this is one of the things that did bother me about her. And I feel like all of us are guilty of it. Man, woman, dog, frogs, puppies, everybody.
Everybody. Mm-hmm.
A lot of the times she found evidence of what was going on. And instead of her addressing the issue with him, she dealt with it on the inside.
Yep.
She never really said anything to him about a whole lot of the situations.
Right. Right. She did what we do in relationships. Well, a lot of us have done, not do. I want to be clear. Is that we bottle up a whole bunch of stuff, and then once we get mad or something, big happens, then it's like blah 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 blah. Like, we go on. I'm like, that ain't. My therapist actually helped me see that, like that's a form of lying. Like, and I think I mentioned that on here before. Like, if you tell somebody nothing is wrong and something is wrong, guess what? You're lying. So you can't get mad. That's the same. It's the same lie. It's you lying and him lying to you, and y'all both lying and y'all both wrong. And that's exactly what she was doing. She would just.
She was watching the videos and wouldn't tell him. And wouldn't tell him that she was watching the videos, and then like he would ask her questions, and she's like, nothing. And then like she manipulated him. This is another thing that y'all, we have to stop doing this specifically. He made her feel some type of way. She went out and got a whole fake ass boyfriend to make him feel the same way that he made her feel, and that was stupid.
Dumb.
That was stupid.
Two wrongs don't make a right.
Even though just the other week I wanted somebody to feel just as bad as they made me feel, and I said some shit. I'm human, doggone it.
We human. But it happens. I'm gonna sit here and say I ain't never done some human moments. Okay.
You got me out here feeling sad. I'm gonna make your ass feel sad too. But we gotta stop doing
I don't want to put them in the microwave. Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Fuck you in that dog.
Okay. I'm gonna tear now, but the dog had nothing to do with it.
At the time it did. Dog. My heart was broken into a million pieces. I want your heart to be broken into a million pieces. Because you know me and love their dogs and their homeboys.
Okay. And that's the two things we're gonna touch: that dog or that homeboy. Okay. No, you about to say something. I'm sorry.
I forgot what I was
about to say. Nikki did say hey earlier. Hey, Nikki. Sorry. I'm sorry. Tierra said, which wouldn't matter too much since he has supporters and followers. I mean, that's true indeed. She said, I was just about to ask what a dog come in and hey, extension on him. Okay. All done it.
Got me upset.
All done it.
Fuck you in that dog.
One part that I didn't know, you fine. One part that I did see later, and I'm guessing it was in part 2, is I guess they went, I don't know, you said you watched both, so you can clear it up. But what I took from it was I guess they went to therapy after they established the cheating was going on and blah, 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 and they wanted to get right with each other or something. And she said part of the process was them to like bury it all out or something like that. So he had to make a list of all the women that he's had slept with, and it was over 100 of them.
So I do want to clarify that she said that she didn't ask him. Okay, so let's be clear. They met at 19. At 19 years old. I don't know when Derek Jackson lost his virginity, but they met at 19.
Mm-hmm.
Between 19 and now, well, between the time that he lost his virginity and now, he has slept with 100 women. She don't know. She said that she never clearly asked if it was their time that they spent together or if it was his lifetime.
For some reason, in my heart of hearts, I don't feel like he would name a woman he slept with at 10
before her.
Yeah, I mean, if we in therapy about each other, I'm gonna talk about the women now. I mean, I would think.
Right.
I don't know though, but it's my little thing.
But yeah, 100. I was like, what?
That's a lot.
Oh Lord.
That's a high body count. Okay. That's a high body count. Ted said, knowing that he is the F boy, he tell women to stay away from. Why do women still listen to him?
Because a lot of the times the things that he is speaking is better than the man that a lot of women is laying beside.
I mean, you can't take the fact that, I mean, he is cute too. But the stuff that he would say was this. I wasn't really a big fan of his per se. I would see it like if it came across Facebook or whatever. But the stuff that I did see, the stuff he was saying was facts. Like it wasn't like he was like off the rails, you know, saying off something that was super crazy. Like it was facts. So I mean, I think you can learn something from anybody. Even if they wrong.com, you can learn a lesson. We can learn a lesson from everybody. Okay.
From everybody. Because everybody in the club be getting tipsy. That's how I learned how to get tipsy.
I am.
So I do want to ask you this question. So the interviewer asked her this question on the second part. And he said, so like he was like, after like going through his phone pretty much and knowing what was going on and you still stayed, would you had felt different if he had approached you in a way of I guess like having an open relationship, like him saying, I love you, but I want to be able to sleep with other women?
Right.
How would you feel about that?
What did she say? I'm curious.
Girl, she brought the Bible into it. She said, what does the scripture say? And I said, oh my God, this is why you're here. All right. This is why you're here.
Well, I ain't gonna say that's why she was here, because she said during the interview she got saved while they was together.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah, this is true. So
she was with him before she was saved. But but yeah. So I don't know. It's hard for me to answer that because of the place that I am in my life. But I will respect it more if somebody would just come to me and say, you know, I love you. I promise you I do. You know, we are great together, blase, but this is the type of life that I want to live. And then at least I would have a choice in the matter. I think that's where people rob you at. Is they don't give you no choice. They just assume you ain't going to want it.
And they just go and do what they want to do.
Go whatever they do what they want to do. The problem is you got to be okay with them being open enough for them to communicate that with you. And then they also have to be okay with how you respond, whether it's the way they want you to or not. And that's just what it is. And you just going with life. Like it's the whole have your cake and eat it too mentality that irks me. Like I
thought it was Kate and Edith. No,
that is what they say. Cake and Edith, okay, which might be a little more relevant to the story. But I'm like, just be honest. Like if that's what y'all want, just be honest. So being that she stayed with him as long as she did, I felt like they would actually still be together if he would have just done that.
Right, and then he wouldn't have slept with over 100 women if he was able to be honest, and he was like, well, Cookie doing too much, so I gotta hide Cookie, so let me go mess with Tasha over here.
Right.
So then I gotta go mess with Amanda because Tasha doing too much, you know. So like it's like one thing after another. I don't know. Whenever excuse me, whenever he asked the question, I was like, how would I feel? If I'm gonna let you cheat, I'm gonna let you cheat in peace. If I'm gonna stay. Like I'm staying.
Once you decide to stay, you have to stay and shut up. I guess.
Right.
Like
don't
have a problem with it, but then still stay. Like that don't work. She obviously had to learn after so many years. That's just who he was. So
and then also to say, well, what did the scripture say? It doesn't matter what the scripture say because you still stayed there for this amount of years while this man was cheating on you, and you knew that he was cheating on you. It wasn't like, I got a speculation that he might be sleeping with somebody.
You had straight up
like
evidence.
You knew what was going on.
Right.
You was willing to stay. So why not have the conversation of opening up the relationship or having a polyamorous or polygamy, whatever.
Right.
Have a conversation. A lot of the times, and I ain't trying to shit on anybody's beliefs and all that kind of stuff, because I'm Christian by the books, not by the books. I'm Christian. I grew up Christian, Baptist, and all this kind of stuff. But a lot of the times, I don't believe a whole lot of stuff. That's it. I ain't gonna say I don't believe a whole lot of stuff that's in the Bible. People overlook, and in the Bible, a whole lot of those men had multiple wives. And then y'all want to act like, oh, monogamy is the way that we have to go because of the Bible. But monogamy is not in the Bible.
Mm-mm.
Not like that. Not like the way poly is in the Bible. But whatever. I digress. Y'all want to bring up scriptures.
Well, in her mind, she probably was doing what she was supposed to do, because you're supposed to stay with Jasmine. Did they do his part? Blah 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 blah. Yeah. Blah blah blah. I don't know. I mean, I'm Christian too, but I also believe that people just need to be who they want to be in life, and that ain't none of my business. I mean, if you want to, as long as you be open and honest about it, and find the partner that's for you, instead of forcing somebody to be your partner because you lying about who you want to be. That's the problem that I have. And a lot of the men that do live this double life, I ain't gonna say all, but a lot of them do that for two reasons. Number one, because they don't want to be rejected, because they really actually love the person. Because I'm not gonna say he didn't love her. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he went through all the trouble of marrying her and stuff if he did. So I think he probably did it because he didn't want to lose her. But also, a lot of y'all want to have all your women, but you still want her to be at the house not doing nothing. So you just act like you monogamous because you can't bear to see her with somebody else. But no, you're gonna be open. It's gonna be open.
Be open.
It's gonna be open.
Open
me open on both sides. Okay,
both sides. Boom. We all open.
And that's what we have a problem with poly, because a lot of people who talk about poly, it's just the man getting what they getting their two wives, and they be, because they supposed to be fruitful and multiply. They got needs and all that. I'm like, women got needs too. If we gonna be poly, this thing gonna be polying up. Okay, it's gonna be across the board.
I'm gonna have a cul-de-sac about my niggas.
People in poly relationships. Because again, everything is always, I mean, a lot of it is just so one-sided. I just, why we always gotta get the short end of the stick? Is what I want to know.
That's why y'all should be like me. I'm gonna have a cul-de-sac. Like, one gonna be here, one gonna be here, one gonna be here. They can all have their little side pieces or whatever. But on Monday is yours, Wednesday is yours, Friday is yours. Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday is mine, and Sundays is the Lord's day.
Amen. I guess he has firsthand experience, so he can help women recognize the signs. That's facts. That's right. I heard the guy who interviewed her was a cheater too. I didn't look into it, but heard it on. Is he?
Yeah.
So is he like a cheater, or he just happened to slip? Because it's a difference.
No, so he was married, and he cheated on his wife for years. He said the only difference between him and Derek was that he didn't make videos about how women should stay away from him. That was the only difference.
Hey, at least he honest, hey. I would love to hear the whole story though.
It was a real. I said I was gonna go back and look at his story, because I am kind of interested in his story. Because I really liked the way that he ran the interview. He was not judgmental towards her at all. He wasn't really judgmental towards Derek. He just wanted the facts, and he wanted her to be able to tell her story the way that she wanted to tell her story. And I really, really, truly enjoyed that. Like, I was like, I'm a fan. I done subscribed to his channel. I would probably go back and watch a whole lot of his interviews.
Yeah, I definitely like the way he ran it. He literally, like you said, he literally ran it for the information. Like, I want to know the story. He didn't put his 2 cents into it or be like, oh yeah, you was wrong, or yeah, he was, you know what I'm saying? He really he tried to stay as biased as possible, but also bringing up the facts and like highlighting the moments where she said something to be like, y'all need to be listening. Because like I said, a lot of the stuff she said, I respected it. It was honest, it was truthful.
It makes sense.
I actually respect her more now, even though a lot of people talking bad about her. I respect her more.
Oh,
'Cause I
I'm
get
talking
it.
bad about her as far as that damn boot camp shit that she got
Oh,
going
well,
on.
let's go on and talk about it then. Let's go on and talk about it. So somebody had shared, I think it was Mary that shared this post with us, but this lady said, "You got to get up real early to fool me." Learning psychology has me feeling like a mind reader. This woman is not healing, and this is very dangerous to other women who are in a very vulnerable and delicate state. She keeps blaming this on the devil instead of her philandering, cheating, lying, narcissistic a hole of a husband. The devil didn't make him do anything, he did it himself. This woman needs some serious psychological help, like serious help. God does not call you to be disloyal, abusive, disrespectful marriage that is completely against him. And then she tagged some of the things this that Denia has, and one of them is she does have she calls it a healed infidelity recovery boot camp, and then the other one is just one-on-one counseling boot camp, and the prices, woo,
Or
honey,
astronomical. It's given
ridiculous.
low vibrational plate. Like that's what it's given.
It's giving something. So the infidelity recovery boot camp is 40. It says 40 days and nights of healing, two payments of $495 a month. And she says, I teach inner healing, turning your pain into profit, blase, blase. She also has in-depth Bible studies on this site. She does some kind of like boot camp plus one-on-one where it's two payments of $3,499 a month.
And
Two
the thing
payments.
that she says two payments, that right there is what boggles my mind. Is because
Honey.
to somebody that's not thinking clearly, they're like, "Oh, it's just $3,000. Only have to pay $3,000
Mm-mm. That's
twice. That's six. That's almost $7,000, ma'am. Don't
Right.
fall for it." And she's trying to use y'all to make her money out of her pain. Like that's a lot of money. I
That's a
just feel like if
lot of
people
money.
really want to help people, and maybe this is me, maybe this is why I'm not in the financial situation that I really want to be. If
Right.
you really, truly, honestly want to help people, why are you charging this much money to help somebody with something that you 100% believe in?
Right.
Like, that's a lot of doggone money.
That's a lot of money. And you know, I actually do not have a problem with what she does. Because a lot of people use their pain for profit. I mean, there's
Right.
millions of celebrities who have wrote books, done docus,
The books was $20.
biographies. Like a lot of people don't profit for their pain. So for y'all to be like, oh, she just using her story, a lot of people use their story. Like, let's be real. So I don't have a problem that she's a counselor. I don't have a
$7,000
problem.
though?
I
She's
don't
not
have
a
a problem that
counselor.
she's doing.
Let's be clear. She says she is not a counselor.
I mean, she not a counselor by title, but that's pretty much what it is.
No, so
Not by title,
yeah,
but that's pretty much what it is all I'm saying. So I
right.
mean, I don't have a problem with it at all. The prices though, ridiculous. That's what makes it shiesty for me.
Right.
It's price. That's a lot of money for you to be helping people out of goodness of Jesus and all that he done for you.
Right.
Not saying because you save you can't make money, but that's a lot of money.
A lot of times when that people be like, "Oh, I'm doing this out the goodness of my heart. This is what the Lord put on me." I'm like, the Lord told you to ask me for $10,000.
Right.
When if I was in a situation, I probably would have did it for free or very 95% of what you just offered. But okay, the Lord put this in your heart. The Lord did not tell you to be manipulative, ma'am.
Mm-mm. Definitely not. Definitely not. But like I said, a lot of people do profit for their pain. So even though they don't think that's what they're doing, is pretty much what it is. I mean, let's be real. So,
right.
I mean, I don't even fault her for saying I fault for the people. I bet you somebody buying them packages.
The people that paying for it, those are the stupid ones.
Right.
And the crazy thing is, a lot of the ones that's paying for it probably gonna stay with their husbands.
That part.
Or get married to the boyfriend that they want trying to figure it out. They're gonna tell him delete your Instagram, change your number. I don't want you to talk to Barbara anymore. Guess what? He's gonna change his number. He's gonna delete his Instagram. But guess what? He's still gonna talk to Barbara. he's still gonna be doing what he gonna do. He just gonna hide it better from you, and you gonna go out there and you're gonna get married to this man, and you still gonna be feeling the same way that you felt today, ma'am. Y'all stop it.
Oh my, yeah, them prices is ridiculous. Ridiculous. But a lot of those, that even that woman with the low vibrational plate, her prices was ridiculous too. They was ridiculous. I don't remember if they was that much, but they was up there.
I think I want to say her trip was like $5,000 for that trip.
Yeah.
Or close to it. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I want y'all to stop. Go to therapy. You can use your insurance for therapy. And if you ain't got insurance, you can find a FQHC in your area that you can probably go to for a very affordable price. There are so many things that y'all could do besides paying a life coach $7,000 a month. That she tried to make you sound stupid, she thinks so little of you that she said for $3,500 twice a month, you can come and see me for $3,500 twice a month. So your dumb ass don't realize that you done kicked out $7,000.
When it's time for payment number 2, you like, hold up, I done paid this month. It said
twice. It said twice a month.
It said twice.
She didn't say bi-weekly. She said twice a month. That's just how stupid that she think y'all are.
I'm done. 2 payments. Oh my God. I'm sure Derek Jackson is her manager advisor for this business secretly, LOL. I feel like he presented a plan for her to spend this. I
would not doubt that. Honestly, I would not doubt that. Because she talked too good about him.
I don't think she talked good about him. I don't think she talked bad enough. I don't think she talked good about him. Let's be clear.
I think she talked decent enough.
She didn't drag him. She had all right to drag him. But maybe that's the Christian in her. I don't know.
The Lord don't make y'all stupid. I want to point that out as well. The Lord does not make you stupid.
He don't.
Y'all be stupid on your own will.
Facts. That's facts.
They be like, oh, well, Bible verse, said this is why I'm this. No, girl, the Bible said that, but God also gave you a brain to think with some damn sense. And the Lord did not tell you to be stupid. Y'all got to stop it.
Facts. Fred said being manipulative to make a bad, similar to how her husband used his platform to get the cat. Facts. All the same. Wrong is wrong. Okay.
The cat
she is not profiting off her pain, but exploiting the pain of others. I don't like that.
Hey. I agree, T.
Oh, she said correction, husband. We know what you meant. Yes, friend, exactly like that. I don't like neither one of them trifling. She said, come on, FQAC. You know she had to throw that in there. She's trying to make them pay that child support he ain't paying. And that alimony he swindled her out of. Did he swindle out alimony? I don't know nothing about their divorce. I have no idea. None.
I didn't listen to the last little bit. Like I was listening, but I'm like, I was doing other stuff. Yeah, that nigga ain't shit. Her phone was cut off for a little bit. Wow. For a little while. Like, y'all got money. I don't think if my phone ever been cut off, and I ain't talking about like a couple of hours, I'm talking about like days, her phone was cut off because of that financial situation that they had going on. But what financial situation y'all got going on and y'all over here making hundreds of thousands, almost millions of dollars?
Well, I was trying to read really quickly. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
No, you fine. I see what she requested, but I don't see what the final say was.
Well, they're still, so they haven't technically got divorced yet.
Oh,
they're still in the process. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're just separated at this moment.
It does say she is asking for a alimony, like lump sum payment.
Girl.
And that they share custody of the kids, but that she has legal decision making powers is what it says she asking for. But I don't see nothing else after that.
Nigga ain't shit. And I wouldn't ask for a lump sum. Honestly, I would ask for every profit that he made out of being this relationship guru, because he started it with them being together.
Right.
He got very powerful in it with them right before they got married, from what I understand from the conversation, from the interview. Like everything happened within their marriage. She was his secretary,
Wow.
his lover.
All right, what's that Mary J. Blossom? I'm a secretary working every day of the week. Sorry, go ahead.
Set his car on fire, Denia. Set it on fire. Because that ain't a good man, Savannah. But everything that he has accomplished, he accomplished while they was together.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it doesn't make sense to do a lump
sum. She probably was the good. She was like the good supportive wife. She knew. She
was hiring people. She was answering the phone calls. She was setting up the interviews. Like she was doing everything. So my whole thing is, do not take a lump sum. Get this man for every piece of penny that he owes you, because he owes you everything. Right. Irregardless of how stupid we may think you are, how crazy we may think you are, how we come back and be like, you know what, I understand that and all that kind of stuff. Fuck him. Don't look out for him. Look out for you and your kids. Because the whole time, all he was a financial supporter of you and your lifestyle. Allow that man to continue to be that financial supporter, whatever, of your lifestyle. Don't do a lump sum. Get him for all his money.
I mean, I probably would do the lump sum too. Just be done
Fuck
with
that.
it. I mean, I guess you can't technically done with them because y'all got kids together, but
exactly. So I want half of everything.
But I mean, now that she got her own business, making $7,000 off.
Girl, ain't nobody gonna pay her $7,000 a month.
I bet you somebody paying it. I'm sorry. I bet you, especially after that interview, she got about 82 new clients after that.
I bet you it's probably my neighbor. My neighbor probably paying $7,000. Though, crazy bitch.
I'm done with her. Put the cup down, anyway. Put the cup down. Sierra said that is not the Christian in her, LOL, because she dragged everybody, their mama, cousin on the internet who had something to say. First people who only said something versus the guy who actually
I knew it was something. I knew it was something that I forgot. So I can't remember if it was right before or right after she did that. He sent her a text saying that he no longer wanted to be with her and he wanted a divorce.
When she started dragging people?
When she did that, y'all remember whenever she did that video, if everybody that cursed her and him, hope that your kids
but
don't
she
have
the one
daddies.
filed the divorce.
No, she probably did file it. He sent her a text message right before.
It said Guru filed divorce. Never mind. Okay, you right. He filed.
So it was either right before or right after she made that video where she cursed everybody. And he said that he no longer wanted to be with her and he wanted a divorce. Prior to that, leading up to her even making the video, he had told her that he didn't want to have sex with her anymore until she dealt with whatever she had going on. Because I do want to say she is a product of, not a product. She had some sexual assault that happened to her by a family member. So a lot of the stuff that they was going through is like, as far as like sexual, was because she was a sexual abuse trauma person. She didn't necessarily tell him everything that was going on. I think he found out everything that had happened to her after the first video that they had made together. That's whenever he found out about the sexual abuse. So it was times whenever he wanted to have sex, but she just wanted to please him. And so she was like, I can't necessarily let you insert me vaginally, but I'll suck your dick.
Oh, wow.
To get you off. For the most part. That's what she said. That's not verbatim what she said, but for the most part, that's what she said. Yeah. So, so leading up to that video, whenever she cursed everybody, he had sent the thing out saying that he didn't want to have sex with her because he felt denied. And he wanted her to deal with her traumas and blah, 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 and all this kind of stuff. And then it was either immediately before or after that video where he said that he wanted a divorce. So she was dealing with a lot whenever she made that video. And now looking back at it, I understand it. But ma'am, you ain't got to tell my kids that they got to be fatherless because you going through what you going through.
Right. Yeah, and that's where, and again, that's where I fought her, and she made it. Well, she didn't make it clear per se, but that's what I got from the interview is that she recognizes the trauma that she had dealt with in her past and how she was cut off or vulnerable or what I'm saying, things of this nature. And that's I mean that probably played a part in his cheating. I mean, let's be real. I know people say there's no excuse for cheating, and I mean to an extent it ain't, but at the same time, people is human, and if your husband can't come to you and get what he need from you. Again, I'm not saying it's a pass to cheat, but you have to look at self and say, I mean, I wasn't giving it to him. So,
and even outside of sex, sometimes people get the best sex, but don't get the emotional relationship that they need from their partner. So they emotionally cheat. So let's just be 100% clear on that. He wasn't getting what he wanted sexually. So he went out there and slept with 100 women. Is it right? No. Do I understand it? Kinda.
Right. I mean, I get it. He was being human. I mean, the correct thing would have been like, all right, maybe we ain't gonna work, or maybe we need to go to therapy and fix the problem, and then go from there. That would have been the correct way to handle it. But I mean, he was being human. Now it's way past being human with 100 women, but you way past human in that 100. But again, if you take accountability, I can honestly say a lot of the relationships that I went through, I know now. Then at the time, I was not ready to be in them. Right. So a lot of the stuff that we went through, a lot of the arguments, a lot of the non-communicating, a lot of the issues that I had with them because of my feelings from growing up with people. I mean, one of the things I grew up with seeing a lot of attitude, like men having really bad attitudes. So soon as a man just even looked like he had an attitude, I was like, oh, he ain't gonna be worth nothing. And it wasn't even that, but it was just because I never dealt with me having that issue and that being my trigger. So anytime I seen it, I was like, he bad, he gonna beat me. And like just because he got mad.
I was like, oh, why you acting like that? I ain't got time.
You gonna beat my butt as soon as the door closes. As soon as I do one wrong thing, you gonna tear my tail. And it wasn't even that serious. It was a trigger, and I never dealt with it. And I can say that now, but at the time I was like, no, it's you that's the problem. You need to stop talking to me like that. He literally, I mean, yeah. So I mean, my point is, we do have to take accountability and responsibility for our part.
Exactly. I agree. And I honestly think that she took accountability for a lot of her parts. And I want everybody to go back and actually listen to both episodes because it really was good. And a lot of people are out there dealing with the same things that she dealt with and is currently dealing with. Y'all are just in denial. Mm-hmm. And that's fine. That's fine. Just don't sign up for $7,000 for her class when you can go to a therapist.
You can pay a $20 copay with your Blue Cross and Blue Shield, okay?
Hell, you can go sit on my couch. I'll give you a bottle of Tito's, and I'm like, bitch, you stupid.
And that's facts on facts, okay? Yeah, it will take $7,000 a month to figure out your life.
Figure it out. That nigga ain't shit.
That nigga ain't that. Okay. But again, I'm glad that she actually took accountability and the fact that she realized her trauma had a lot to do with why she stayed, why she accepted it, why she ignored, why she didn't communicate, that she wasn't having sex with him. Like that was big. A lot of women could have just literally just lived off he was sorry and be done with it. And been done with it. So instead of getting out of some of the stuff that people got out of it, I pray that they get out of it. Let me do some self-evaluation. That's what I hope. Right. You ain't, please look at it from that point of view and be done.
And if y'all, if you want to pay $20, no, how much is a bottle of Tito's? Or we can even do tequila if y'all want to do tequila. Whatever y'all want, y'all can come over here. Y'all can give me 50% of the bottle. I'll pay for the rest. I will make y'all some meatballs and some pasta salad, and we can talk about it. And I'll be like, you know what, Christina, I'm here too. I am doing the exact same thing that you're doing, but I'm going to tell you, you're stupid. I am finding my situation.
And we all doing it, okay? But I got enough sense to let you know it ain't right.
It ain't right. I understand why you're here, but let's get out of this situation.
and we gonna be done talking about it. But somebody said something to me the other day, and like, you know, it was a man that, you know, that I was having a conversation with at work, and he was like, "That's what gets on my nerves." He said, "I don't have a problem with saying that a lot of men need to learn how to be men in these relationships, because that's actual factual. A lot of us don't know what we doing. Right. The problem I have is it that women don't like to admit that they picking that man."
This is true.
And if that ain't the truth on today, you keep picking that same breed. Every relationship you in be the same because you picking it.
Baby, I wish I had sent you this poem. I saw this poem the other day. I love poetry. So I had seen this poem the other day, and this girl, when I tell you, she went inside of my head, went inside of my brain, and I was like, this is me, 100%. And I get it. I'll admit it. Me and be like, I don't understand you. I say, me either. I don't understand me either, but let's try to figure it out together, baby. I be picking you, and I shouldn't pick you, but that's fine. We're here now. Let's live in this moment.
Let's live in this moment, okay? Okay. Oh man. Lord, they still going through a divorce. They dragging it for views. Probably is.
No. I think you know how the laws are.
I about to say court systems are slow anyway.
Because I want to say that happened in September of 2022. Whenever he sent the message about he wanted the divorce. So
that ain't that long ago, honestly.
Yeah.
Sure, North Carolina, you gotta wait a whole year for you even file. So I mean, it be taking a long time. And then when you start talking about assets and money and splitting with people who actually got money for real, it takes a while. I know people who've been going through divorces for years when they got money involved, just because it's so.
I've been going through one for 9 years and I ain't even married.
I'm done. Fran said somebody dumb A is paying it and is. Haha, those curses scared him. My neighbor paying it. I'm done. And they human in these streets and is.
It is.
And D said not 100. Good googly moogly, 100.
It was more than 100.
It probably was more than 100. Just all the names he could remember. Let's be clear. It's probably a couple he didn't even know their names.
We ain't talking about whenever he was drinking in 1942. You know.
Not 1942. She said, "No, you was right. Take your little attitude and get out my face forever." Tito's going to enhance the trigger and probably will. Okay.
It is. Which is why I be like, bitch, you stupid.
She said, not the meatballs and the pasta salad. She always gonna talk about the meatballs and pasta salad. She don't even really care if people pregnant for real. She just want meatballs.
Pasta salad. I want some meatballs and pasta salad so bad. Somebody get pregnant and invite me to the baby shower.
Don't get pregnant because you want kids. Get pregnant for meatballs.
And pasta salad and some chicken wings, a little nice little cute little punch that I sip on the punch and I'll be like, this would be really good with some vodka.
I'm done. I am done. All right, we're gonna close out with this last one. It says it's 6 months early for a widow to start dating. Her husband died in a car accident with his side chick. Does that reasoning make 6 months long enough?
Bitch, she should have been dating before he got killed in the car accident. Because what was she doing? While he was dying in the car accident, she should have been getting a nut. That's my view.
I mean, he got his ultimate karma if he died in the car with the girl. I believe in karma, and that's karma for sure. Okay, he died in the car with the side piece. Okay, she said next day air would have been even better. Dang.
Next day air, no, because sometimes depending on where you live, you know what, Amazon can drop it off the same day. So.
I am done.
DOD, they go demand.
I'm done. When she asked me initially, I told her we were gonna talk about it on here, but I told her, is she wrong Is she wrong? Technically, no, because obviously he had already had moved on. So I mean, the next week probably would have been fine. But I say
Next week.
look, she at least buried him first. But was she ready to be moved on? No. She ain't even dealt with the fact that her husband was cheating and died. She needs some therapy. Whoever that next dude after him is gonna get some trash treating. Let's be real. He gonna be treated straight.
Bitch, what you
You should care about the human that you messing up. That's what's wrong with America now. Y'all don't be caring about the person you messing up. You just trying
My
to get
heart is fucked up. You think I give a damn about your heart at this moment? My nigga done died in the car with his side bitch. And you think I'm gonna wait a whole week or after you buried? Fuck that. Next day, dick on delivery. Amazon does DOD, dick on delivery.
Go get some therapy first.
Fuck therapy. You can get therapy after you finish busting your nuts.
I'm done. She might have still been busted nuts. Just because man was cheating don't mean she wasn't getting it.
She's trying to figure out if she should date right now. That bitch won't get
Oh yeah,
shit.
go ahead date. I'm just saying get some therapy first. That's all I'm saying. Don't miss nobody.
Girl, bust your nuts and get the therapy out.
Somebody please back me up.
The therapist is going to be there tomorrow. That man that he accused you of fucking with at the supermarket, go and fuck him.
Oh,
doggone it.
I am.
He said you looked at his cousin too long. Go fuck him.
She said, what? Well, why not? If she say she ready, she ready. Just don't expect her to trust you. And you just prove my point.
And don't expect to trust her either.
She gonna be living in these streets, okay? Living her best life. Ain't going back and forth with you. She should have bought New Bay as a date to the funeral. Done.
Girl, New Bay would have did eulogy.
I don't even know if I would have went to the funeral, honestly. He probably
I would have went. New Bay would have did the eulogy. Fuck with me.
But he ain't gonna know he did the eulogy. What is
his mama gonna know? His mama
but his mama ain't got nothing to do with it.
Fuck her too, because you should have swallowed him.
I'm by. Said, let me get that Amazon DOD. I don't want it. Pineapples. I don't want it. Nope.
Ooh, what might can start that?
No, that's called prostitution. Just FYI. Excuse me.
Is it really?
You selling You selling sex. That's prostitution.
I'm selling dick. Dick doesn't necessarily mean sex.
You tried it. It's the same girl that said if you got a condom on, it don't count.
It don't count. I've only had sex twice. 3.
Bye. I about to say you done had sex more than twice because you got 2 kids. That's
once. The kids count as one.
They not twins, just FYI. They is not twins. So let's be clear.
That count as one. I've only had sex 3 times.
I'm done with her. She said I'm
engaged.
She need to talk to the lady.
Listen, y'all, I almost died last week. I am so happy to be here. Honestly. I ain't gonna lie.
It's funny you said that. I had this up last week and we never talked about it, but it says, aside from life is short, what other spurts of insanity do you use before making bad decisions? You just said that. I almost died last week.
Life is too doggone short. I almost died last week. So every decision that I make from here until probably like August, because July gonna be lit because it's my birthday month. So that's gonna be another one. It's my birthday month, so it makes sense. But yes, I'm scared. Shout out to everybody that was there for me. I couldn't be there for Sunshine. Sunshine couldn't be there for me because both of us was dying.
Both of us was dying. And then my child got sick right afterwards. I'm coughing and taking care of him at the same time.
Listen,
he did a whole throw up session on me. Okay, that's motherdom for you. A whole just blah, 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 blah. Oh, I'm so sorry, Mama. I love you.
See me over here sick.
Okay.
And with me, I had to wake up. What day was it? Monday? I think it was Monday morning. I don't know. Either way, I had to wake up because the little one, he was sick. He went to bed. He woke up at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. This whole side of his face was swollen. I mean, like Martin got his ass whooped type of swollen. And I was like, okay, let's go to the hospital. So we went to the hospital, go get him checked out, keep them out of school the next day. I started feeling bad, but I was like, all right, I'm going to push through it. Push through it the next day. I'm headed to go pick these kids up from school, and I almost died out in the yard. I couldn't breathe. I had to call 911. But here we are.
Here we are. And that's why she living her best life. Did I freeze?
They coughing. All right. Go ahead and do your spiel, girl.
No, you fine. I was about to read these comments. I would be publishing my book with the cheaters on the cover and a dedication to his family inside the cover. Yeah, obviously the next year I have to host $1,000 a person seminar for widows and cheaters. All part of my healing. I know that's right, T.
I love it, T. I love it.
That's good. She said, "Mine. Well, we here now. What's money for anyway? I'm just going to do it because I'm tired of thinking."
Same.
Hey.
All of those.
Yep. I think YOLO is what get people in trouble the most. You only live once. All right. So since I only got one life, I might as well do this bad thing I'm about to do.
What if you die and come back? What would you do if you died and came back?
I don't know.
Because you can't be like YOLO. Because bitches, yo too.
Yodo. No. I don't know. Well, but I do feel like people be YOLOing to their advantage in these streets. Okay.
Me?
She said, me, I am people. People is me. People is me. All right. We've been on an hour and 36 minutes.
Birthday party coming up soon. All the people that's out there and occasionally posh, my birthday party is coming up. Let me know if y'all want to come. Because it's going to be fun. It's going to be 90s. I'm
okay, 90s.
TLC. We're going to do TLC. We're doing a TLC.
Can I be chilly?
No. I'm chilly.
Oh, I thought you was left out. Should have made my whole mic up. My bad. Look, I can't hear you. Thank the Lord. Whew.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Whew. Whew.
I probably do got a little bit of left eye in me, but
she admitted it. No.
I probably
all right. I don't want to be T-Boss with her no singer self. I'm about to be somebody else.
You will not disrespect TLC. Go ahead and wrap it up.
I love TLC. But T-Boss can't sing.
You would not candy. You would not candy T-Boss.
Was the singer in the group.
You would not candy T-Boss.
Let's be clear. T-Boss had a unique sound, which is why they made her the lead singer. Because she had a unique sound. But let's be clear, she ain't that great of a singer.
You would not candy T-Boss.
Anybody else think I'm lying?
Everybody.
Y'all put it in the comments. Y'all thought T-Boss was blow.
And because I was sick last week, I didn't get to mourn the death of Tina Turner.
Oh, yes. I think I cried a little bit, actually.
I did too, but I couldn't cry that hard because I couldn't breathe. And I was like, if I cry, I'm going to die. I'm going to be right there at the pearly gates beside her. And I don't think God wants me and her doing Proud Mary walking into that gate.
It ain't going to be proud. It's going to be married, but it ain't going to be proud.
But
Oh,
R.I.P. to the
man.
queen. I absolutely love Tina Turner.
Yes, R.I.P.
This was something that I thought that I was going to take very, very, very hard. And my goddaughter thought that I was in the hospital because I found out that Tina Turner was dead.
I'm done.
And she thought that I took it that hard. And she was like, please go check on her.
I'm done. That's funny.
All right. Love y'all. See y'all next week.
She's dang straight like that. Friend said she was the baritonist. She was the baritonist. I celebrated her life. She was the goat. She was definitely a goat. The goat might be a stretch, but she definitely was a goat. Definitely for sure. For sure. For sure. Okay. All right. We made it. We see y'all next week.
I gotta
No. She always gotta be. Thank y'all for joining. We'll see you guys next week. You got any topics you want us to discuss, or you see anything come up that we should talk about? Let us know. If you think you would be an amazing guest, let us know as well. Or if you know of anybody who would be a great guest, please let us know as well. Go ahead.
I had a request for Polly. It wasn't my request. I just want to be sure.
We talked about Polly before.
I know, but they said they wanted to have it again. Somebody said, because I told them that we had talked about it. They said they watched the first one, but they wanted another one.
Okay.
So
if we have another one, I would rather it be somebody who's actually in a poly relationship. So if anybody know of anybody,
I found somebody.
Oh, well, she knows somebody, so it might be happening next week. We'll see. But we'll talk.
But if in case this person does not work through, if anybody else is out there that's into poly or knows somebody that's into poly, please reach out, because this is a conversation that we want to have, and the people are asking for it. I got to ask twice. So
okay, all right. So y'all poly folk, come on, tell us about your journey and how you make it work. All that good stuff. We want to know. All right, see y'all next week, same time, same place. Y'all have a good night.
Tell your daddy we say hey.
She said hey. Let's be clear.
All right. In different area, cause might be your daddy. All
right, bye.
Friend, tell her who you know. Bye, friend.
Come on, everybody. Okay. Bye.